of look. And after a couple of seconds, he kind of blinks his eyes a couple of times, and he says, I'm sorry, I'm so involved in my work here. My name is Schuler. Please sit down. Please sit down.
I go ahead and have a seat. And I said, it's nice to meet you, Schuler. I am Morvain.
Well met, Morvain.
I've been around here in Phlan for a while. Whereabouts do you hail from?
Oh, I'm from here in Phlan as well, and I'm a food. Oh, well, I shouldn't say that too loud, but I'm a food critic. And yes, I'm a food critic. And have you ate any of this food tonight? Have you ever had such a terrible meal? I don't care if it's. I don't even care if it's free, Morvain. But this meal is just absolutely terrible. And he kind of points down to his plate, and he says, "See this right here? The cook obviously used too much safflower oil. How dare him? It creates a sour taste on the palate, and such a thing is just far too pungent to use in such quantities with such a delicate piece of meat like this."
Well, I must say, friend, I'm not one much for critiquing others' food, but I did have the roast duck. Have you had that this evening?
Oh, I haven't made. I almost don't want to make my way around the table to try the duck. It looks like it's probably saturated with too much safflower oil as well. It looks like it's almost swimming in it.
I'm not sure that I share the opinion of you, but I tell you, I thought it was quite good.
Would you happen to be a food critic by chance? Like myself?
Oh, well,
a professional food critic?
Not.
Okay, then you should probably leave what is good and what is not. Let me be the judge of that, because obviously your palate is destroyed because you just obviously cannot taste this horrible, wretched food. I cannot believe that you did not even notice that there was too much safflower oil on this meat.
Oh, it's all of my traveling days, sir. All the mutton and all of the jerky that I've eaten. It's probably destroyed my palate.
Obviously.
I say, sir, I am one much for the arcane arts, and I'm one that likes to study and check out all the libraries. That is a fine-looking quill that you have there.
It is.
I don't
this
believe
pen
I've
has
ever
been
seen
in
one of such quality.
Oh, this pen has been in my family for many of years. My father used this pen, as did his father, and his father before him. We have been food critics here in Phlan for many generations. And the pen is not for sale, my friend.
Oh, do you mind if I just take a look at it and see how fine and exquisite it actually is up close?
I don't think you'll get too far if you decide to run off with my pen. That is my lucky pen now. And
sir, I'm of a little bit of an older age myself. I cannot run fast.
He goes to hand it over towards you, and as you go to get it from him, he kind of pulls it back and he goes, "What type of collateral do you have to offer before I let you inspect my pen?" Anything of equal value?
I have a particular something here that you might be interested in.
And what is that?
And, Morvain pulls out one of his scroll tubes, and he says, "It's a scroll that I found some days ago, and it is of magical properties. Perhaps you can hold on to it while I look at the pen."
Oh, this could be just some type of piece of paper with scribble scrabble and jibble jabble all over it. But
I assure you,
it is collateral nonetheless. And he hands over his pen as he quickly takes the tube from you as well.
And Morvain looks at the quill. He'd like to kind of examine it. Maybe, of course, tell if this is some form of magical quill.
Yes, you could definitely tell that, as you were told by Omi, you've seen this type of a writing utensil before, especially in the towers, as you were studying, the arcane arts. Basically, what this is it's a magical pen that allows the tip to always stay sharp and to always hold ink, so it'll never run out of ink.
Okay, so I tell him, well,
can you guys hear the ice cream truck in the background?
I believe I have seen a pen like this before. This must be. You say this come from within your family?
It's been a part of my family for probably 75 years or so. Yes.
I say, well, it's quite nice, and so I hold out my empty hand to take the scroll back, and I hold out the pen to give it back to him.
All right, you switch. I thought you were going to say, "Sir, this is stolen from the Mage Tower. I have to confiscate this." I was just waiting for it. It's about to go. Gods, my pen.
Yeah, look at like the main part of the pen, and written in little ink is the Mage Tower.
Yeah, he exchanges the pen and scroll tube with you. He says, "Are you going to be around here for a little while? I really do have to get back to my work." And he turns over his scroll, and you can see in big words, "Too much safflower oil, everything."
I say, well, are you going to eat all of this food in front of you?
I'm not touching this lamb anymore. Would you like to have it, Mister?
I would love to.
Mister No Palate? You just got to chuckle. No offense. I did not mean any offense.
Oh, no offense taken. But I won't turn down food that tastes well to me. So sure, I'll have some of the lamb.
It's still warm here. You can have it all, my friends. My friend. Yes, I see other people
I'll
around me.
Start.
No, I'm just kidding. All right, you start eating. All right, let's come back to you, Omi. What say you as you're dancing all the way back over to the open pit on the wall and back to Banderas?
I want to come back to Banderas and hand him his ale. And I say, "Hey, Mr. Banderas, it looks like you have a bead of sweat forming on your forehead there. That's not good for attracting the ladies. Why don't you take a break and enjoy your ale, and I'll take the next song."
This is
Yes.
Yes, my friend. If you insist. Banderas has been working pretty hard tonight, and I was starting to get somewhere with a few of the ladies around here, but then all of a sudden, my friend, you showed up, and then
the night is young, my friend. The night is young.
Yeah, it is still young. Please don't bother me all night, because your musical skills are they're horrible. You are no troubadour, as I am. Banderas, the best lute player in all of Phlan, and also devilish looking, if I may add.
You are indeed an amazing player. Could you do me the favor of playing a song with me later? We'll do something with percussion.
Yes. Let's make a deal first, my friend. Banderas will play with one song with you, but after we play that song, you leave Banderas alone. Is that the deal that we can strike, my friend?
That is fair. And I will, and I'll handle your break here. 5 minutes. Does that sound good?
Thank you. Just please turn your back to me as you click those pieces of metal together, so I can hear them as less as I can hear them, please. Oh, for the love of all that is. Oh, for the love of Moradin. Oh,
Did Banderas have anything magical on him, by the way?
Banderas, his lute has just a tiny hint of magic to it.
Cheater.
Okay.
Ooh, the ice cream truck's close.
No. So Omi is gonna start up his song, swirling his cloak over his left shoulder all around as he dances, tapping his spoons. He's gonna go down the length of the row behind everyone here. Then when he gets down to the end, he's gonna jump up on the bar. He's gonna start tapping and getting a top-down look at everyone at the bar, asking them how is Evenfest for you tonight, my friends, and or are you enjoying yourself? And going down the bar, dancing and tapping and asking everyone questions.
a couple of a couple of Madame Friena's daughters. They come up to you and says, "Don't let Mother see you up there. Don't let Mother see you up there, Omi. You will lose her good graces, and you will not get any more bran muffins from the baker." But as soon as you jump up onto the bar and you kind of turn around and do a couple of twists, you can see Madame Friona. She's just kind of leaning up against the wall over here. I'm gonna kind of this will be Madame Friona. She's just kind of leaning back on the wall. There's a sort of like a shelf with spices and whatnot. And she's just taking a big old puff of her pipe. This huge inhale. I mean, she's inhaling like the entire pipe. And then as she lets out the smoke and she pulls the pipe down, she just looks at you and just shakes her head and doesn't say anything. And she just walks back into the kitchen. She doesn't say anything. She just lets go of the smoke and walks back into the kitchen, shaking her head with her looking down at the floor. Blazehead says, "Oh, I think you've done it now. At least she didn't throw anything at you."
Well, she knows I'm a good carpenter. If I break something, I'll fix it.
So is there anything else you're doing up here? I guess you would be probably looking at all of the patrons up here.
Looking at all of them.
Yeah, you see a couple of weapons glow. You see a couple of the travelers. They definitely look like well-traveled adventurers. You can see that they have probably potions in their pack. And as you get down to this guy here, you're twirling around, and you say, "How's that?" What do you say to him?
Are you enjoying Evenfest, sir? As I continue to tap, and I'm adding my tapping on the bar to it as well.
He looks up at you and he says, "Bobby, is that you? Bobby, is that Bobby? 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 Are you talking to me, sir?"
I just give him a grin and move on down to the next person.
Are you those goddamn boys that keep jerking off in my tool? You're one of those boys that keep whacking off in my tool shed by my farm.
No, they're at the table over. They're at the table over there, actually.
I told you boys to quit whacking off in my tool shed. Hey, Bobby. Yeah, this guy's absolutely obliterated. Give me while you're doing this, give me a performance check. I want to see how you're performing in the crowd.
Okay.
I want to see how you're majestically, weaving your way over all of these utensils and plates and cups that are on the. Wow, you are lucky. You're doing a great job performing it. Also give us a little bit of a theatrical explanation of what you're doing as you're on top of this bar. And then, LA Woman starts to play in the background as you're like strip dancing. Or American Woman too. Oh, yeah, American Woman. American Woman, stay away from me. Keep going. I'm going to sing in the background. American Woman.
I'm trying to get the crowd at the bar here into it. I'm like dancing around, tapping the heels of my boot on the wooden bar while playing my spoons and using my left hand to twirl the cloak around me as I dance.
I don't know what has gotten into my friend, but he's tearing it up tonight.
There's a couple people that are actually throwing silver pieces at you, and a couple of silver pieces hit you, in the cheek area and on the forehead. And yeah, they're throwing money at you. The crowd is loving it.
I catch as much money as I can, hop down here, grab one of the halflings, and spin her around a few times, and then hand her all the silver pieces.
Sounds good. And then she also, as you spin her around, and those are all Madame Friona's beautiful daughters as well. And this was Grelinda, And you remember Grelinda from last session. And as you
Oh, yeah.
you spun Grelinda around, she's a little bit taller than you. Just as you were, fixing to say something, her finger goes right over your lips, and she says, "Don't even think about kissing me."
I say give that to Madame give some of that to me, Madame Fiona, with my apologies.
You are unique tonight, Omi.
I just graduated art school, actually. Are you enjoying my performance?
No, but maybe you could set me up with that lute player on the other side. I think he said his name was Banderas. Maybe I seen you over here carousing with him. Are you friends with Banderas?
We have an acquaintance. I can see what I can do.
Oh, he's a quite a dashing young man.
I'll see what I can do for you. Not making any promises.
And she's starting to, kind of pat her hair down and stuff. That's so nice. Thanks, Omi. He's a very nice guy over there. He seems to be really nice. I wonder if he's a
wink.
Oh, I wonder if he's a one-lady man. And then she just kind of goes off and starts, she's looking up into the mirror, that's on the wall, and kind of like, kind of tucking in her apron and stuff like that, trying to, pretty herself up a little bit.
Then I'm gonna hop off the bar and start dancing around the room and continue trying to look for anything unusual. Or,
give me an acrobatics check. Let's see how that hop off the bar goes.
Oh, God.
He said the keyword hop. Oh, you're so lucky.
It wasn't the the greatest, but
it wasn't the most graceful. Yeah, you kind of slipped on a puddle of ale on the floor, but you recover gracefully. All right, so Varys, what say you as you're speaking to your new Dragonborn friend down here?
Does she have a pack with her?
Let's see. The Dragonborn down here, like I was saying, Omi told you that she did not have any kind of magic at all. No type of magic ores at all around her. None of the items she possesses. Nothing in her traveling pack. She actually has 2 or 3 different traveling packs, and they're sitting on the bench beside her. But no, Omi said she had nothing of magic on her.
Well, I
Lynx, what's up, buddy?
Question her about her history and what's her name.
Well, my name. Are we already to that point yet? You don't want to hear any other story? Okay, I'm sorry. I'm just used to always being scolded and run out of towns that I go to. But my name is Hulda, and I'm here visiting family in Phlan.
I write down her name on the paper. That's who I spoke with.
Yep, Hulda, Halda, Hulda, and she said she's visiting family. But I will tell you, I've seen lots of bad things as a Dragonborn. Of course, the history of my people. We are rejects of dragons that were cast off. As we were hatched out of eggs, and we did not fit the mold. Maybe we had maybe a damaged wing, and she starts going into this grand, illustrious story of how, the dragons cast them off as they're basically hatched out of an egg, which you're kind of thinking, okay. I didn't know this was like this for the Dragonborn. Not from what I've read. But she goes into this illustrious spiel, in all of her travels as how she's, a killer of gnomes, and she's just slayed many hordes of gnome and halfling, yada yada yada. She's she has a nickname of her people as the Gnome Slayer. She's killed many of king before. She's won many of battles. And it just is such a story. Now, if you'd like to, you can give me an insight. Oh, I would love for you to do an insight check. You're enamored with her story. I mean, you are just writing everything she says down as fast as she's speaking it. You're just enamored. You're just going. You're like a young kid at a Michael Jackson concert. you're just enamored with Michael, and you're just writing everything down. Probably referencing young boy and Michael Jackson in the same sentence. It's probably a bad thing, and I'm sorry about that, but that's just how, little girls or stuff screaming at a concert. Yeah, I'm digging myself a hole here, but yeah, you're just enamored with this story. Sorry.
As far as elf views go, I am a youngin'.
Yeah. Yeah, let's take. How old are you for an elf? See how old you are really quick. Do you have it on your sheet?
100.
Yeah, it's pretty young, yeah. Probably teenager. Young teenager. Equivalents. So you're just writing everything down. You're looking to, you're finding pieces of parchment, that are used for napkins and stuff to write this down. Her story is so good. Xiphus. Oh, go ahead, Varys. What was that?
I inquired ask her if she has any books from her homeland.
This is at my castle, yes. At my estate, yes. And in fact, I have many gnomes that I have enslaved to write tomes for me.
I'll write it all down.
I can just see a whole room of gnomes sitting at tables, just writing books of her tales of just, oh gosh, such good stuff here. All right, Xiphus, what say you? Your new companion, your new lady friend up there.
Yeah, I'm just.
You just press digitation on her. You give her a squirt of a.
I'm occasionally flicking off a leaf, or tussling her hair, cleaning her up a little bit, as we said. I keep ordering glasses of wine. I'm asking her a lot about her life in the Quivering Forest and her community and stuff, because I'm very interested in the elf settlements here on the mainland.
No, she just tells she's eating her dinner and drinking. Probably drinking a little bit more than what she's eating. But she does tell you that she's from the Quivering Forest, and she's a hunter, she's a tracker, and basically what her job is she patrols the Quivering Forest, and her job is to make sure the undesirable creatures of the Fae, the evil pixies and whatnot, that come out of the woodwork, literally speaking, no pun intended. She's protecting the Phlan area. Quite a few years ago, there were a lot of creatures that came from the realm of the Fae, destroyed a lot of the crops around here, and the elves of the forest actually rely on this food as well. So that's why her and a couple other elves are basically in charge of making sure this area is rid of all foul Fae creatures. And like she said, she's on vacation, a couple days of R&R. She's staying here at the Tea Kettle, and she's just enjoying the Evenfeast festivities for the next couple of days.
Yeah, we definitely have similar backgrounds. Very different homelands, but very similar backgrounds. I asked her what's the most interesting creature you've slain in the Quivering Forest? The most powerful beast you brought down with your skills?
Several years back, my associates and we had to fend off a black dragon that was in a cave that was torturing the surrounding elvish settlements. Of course, they were not warriors. But this it was not the black dragon herself, but her minions, her kobolds that worshipped her. They were the ones that were ransacking these villages, killing my fellow elves, and taking all of their silver and gold and anything valuable back to this dragon. So, myself and 3 others, we went and we slayed the dragon, and all of her kobolds.
This is very interesting to me, as you can imagine. We've had some dealings with an old lair that we thought might have been a black dragon. Where was this lair?
It was actually quite a distance away. It was west of the town Daggerford. It was in the Lizard Marsh. Perhaps you might have heard of it before?
I've heard some things about it, yes.
Yes, there was a black dragon there, attacking the elvish settlements in the high forest to the north. So we tracked the dragon down. Well, we did not know there was a dragon at first. We tracked the trails. The kobolds were horrible trackers. They did absolutely nothing to cover their tracks. They basically said, "Come and get us, elves," and we did. But
Foolish kobolds.
A lot of elves died in the process because of the raids.
Well, did you find any wonders in the horde?
One was just this bow that I have now. The bow that you were drooling over that I can see.
I admit it. I do admire that bow a lot. I myself am somewhat of a bowsman.
Oh, are you? Yes.
And I hold up my generic-looking short bow.
Oh, that's a real beaut. Nothing but the best for you, huh? I kid. I'm sorry. That's sorry. That's the wine talking. Well, this bow that I have here is beautiful. It is a beautifully fashioned bow. The intricacy of all of the etchings and is just immaculate. It is the wood is purple. And give me a nature check, seeing that you are a one with the Force and you are an elf. You can give me an intelligence check, and if you have nature, you can add in your proficiency for nature too. So, but if you don't have nature, just give me an intelligence roll. Wow, nice. You can definitely tell that this is this wood. This bow was fashioned from Morkant burl, which is a very rare wood that grows only in several forests in Faerun, and one of those forests is the Quivering Forest. But it has been known that there's been some of this wood has been produced in the High Forest as well. But that's about it.
So what exactly does this bow do? It's amazing.
It allows me to strike a foe with ferocity.
I see. May I see it for a second? On my honor, I will give it back to you.
Here in the tavern? You don't think that you would be holding up the place or anything?
I just wish to look it over.
She lays it down on the table, kind of moves a couple of her dishes aside and lies it down, and says it is of the finest quality, the finest bow that I have ever wielded before.
Can I maybe do an Arcana check to see if I can tell anything else about it, Ed?
As in, you want to start performing a ritual out there and trying to identify the bow? Identifying the bow can take a short rest, which is within a short rest, which would be an hour.
Never mind then.
Yeah, but just by doing an arcane check, you can. I'm not even going to make you do that. You already know that it's magical. But as for the properties, as she describes it, it strikes her, her targets with more ferocity.
I'm just trying to determine if this is a weapon
Why are
of
you
mass
so-
destruction that we're looking
what-
for.
What? A weapon of mass destruction?
This is
I-
a very
I-
fine piece. I hand it back